Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, Anthony, Alexander, Anna, thank you for coming on time. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
Very well. Okay, that's something nice. What about you, Anna?
I'm well too. Happy it's Tuesday.
Okay, that's pretty good. Well, thank you guys for joining. And well, it's great to have the three of you today in the class. Thank you for joining. And well, I hope we can have a nice class in this opportunity and also that we can take advantage of time. Just before we start, let me share my screen with you. Let me see. Okay. Well, everybody, let me see. Let me share my screen with you. Oh, and also let me activate my camera. I'm really sorry, guys. I completely forgot to activate my camera, but we are ready to start today. Okay. Everybody, today we will continue with our classes. Remember that today we are going to start with Unit 4. It means, everybody, that we have only 2 units to finish this level, and then we continue with Intermediate 2. So I hope we can all practice and do our best. First of all, let's practice this question. What was the last birthday party you went? Well, let me answer this question first. I remember the last birthday party I went was, let's see, like a month ago. Okay, I went to a birthday party a month ago. Actually, it was a children's birthday party, but I had fun in that party at least. What about you, Alexander? What was the last birthday party you went?
Um, the last birthday party I went was yesterday. My father, um, my father's birthday. Then we have a little celebration with
With the
the
family.
family, some friends, and then it was fun.
Okay, that's something amazing. So you had fun with your family, friends. Okay,
Yeah,
in your sorry, in your father's birthday, right?
yeah.
Okay, that's pretty
Mm.
cool. What about you, Anna? What was your last birthday party, the last birthday party you went?
I went to the last party about 2 months ago. It was the birthday of a friend from my daughter's school.
Okay.
And I was injured in my leg and I couldn't participate in the games with the kids, but it was fun. And I like too much the piñatas. I don't know say piñatas in English.
Oh, piñata is the same because
Okay.
it's a Spanish word. Yes.
Okay.
So it's the same. Very good. Okay, that sounds really interesting. I'm really sorry that you couldn't enjoy the celebration because you were injured, but it was at least your daughters had fun in the party, and
Yeah.
also you at least just watching the activities. Okay, but that's fine.
Yes.
And what about you,
Yes.
Anthony? What was the last birthday party you went?
Oh, if I'm not wrong, about 2 weeks ago,
Okay.
because my cousin was celebrate 25 years old, so she she gives a party, and I went with my wife, um, take some drinks, and after two shots of, 2 shots of tequila, we can remember more of this party.
Okay, well, that's something interesting. And at least again, you had fun in that party and you had a great time with with friends and with your family, because as you mentioned, it was your cousin's party.
Yes.
Okay, so it was your cousin's party, so I imagine it was really nice. Okay, thank you for sharing about this events you had in the past. As you see, today's question is about the past, and it's because our today's topic it's also related to the past. But in this opportunity, guys, we have to speak about the past simple and past progressive or past continuous. Remember, both are possible. To start, everybody, let me show you some of the differences we have between simple past and past progressive. First of all, let's listen to Alexander, okay? He's going to help us. Please, Alexander, read the use of the simple past, please.
Okay, simple past to talk about completed action in the past.
Okay.
The structure, subject
Yes,
plus,
help me with the structure also.
yeah, subject plus the verb in past form and plus the complement.
Okay, and the example
Example, we eat or we
in past.
eat, yeah, we ate out yesterday.
Very good. Good
Yeah.
pronunciation. We ate out yesterday. As you can see into the parentheses, the action is finished because it happened yesterday, not today. It's not happening at this moment, and it wasn't happening in progress in a moment in the past, right? Pretty good. Let's see the next part, and it's the past continuous. Okay, Anna, can you help me reading the information about the past progressive?
Okay. Talk about actions that were in progress at a specific moment in the past. Subject plus verb to be plus verb with ing plus complement. Continue reading? Yeah?
Yes, help me reading the example.
Yeah. Okay. We were eating at 9. The action was not finished.
Very
The
good. Over.
specific moment.
Continue,
Okay,
continue.
okay. Sir, the specific moment in the past can be described by a time expression.
Okay, thank you. Now, okay, as you can see in these examples, we can see the first difference. Okay, first of all, guys, in simple past, we have a finished action. That's the main objective of simple past, to speak about finished actions or completed actions. Then in past continuous, it refers to actions that were not finished in a specific moment in the past. For example, we were eating at 9. It doesn't mean that they started eating at that time. Maybe they started some minutes before, but by that moment, they were still eating and they continue doing that action in the past. Something that simple past and past continuous have in common is that both refer to the past. That's the main similarity they have. But then we have these differences. In simple past, there are always completed actions. In past continuous, not finished actions. And by the time expression, we express the specific moment when something was happening. Remember, that's the main point, to refer something that was happening in the past. We already learned about these two topics individually, so now it's just a review of this and to check some of the differences they have. After that, okay, we have some examples when we can use both tenses, simple past and past progressive. Let's pay attention to Anthony. Anthony, read the example we have in this opportunity.
When I met Susan, she was having a drink with a friend.
Okay, very good. As you can see below, there is a short definition of both tenses. First, past simple describes a shorter action or event. And then we have the part of past continuous, and it describes a longer action. In this opportunity, we have two colors. We have green and we have yellow. The green line shows us the use of past simple, and it's for shorter actions. In this case, we met or someone met Susan in the past. What was she doing? The longer action or something that was in progress is she was having a drink. As you can see over here, past simple is for the shorter action, past continuous is for the longer action. I don't know if you remember the use of when. Do you remember those examples, guys?
To interrupt some action, you use when.
Okay, very good. So that's another way to describe the use of when in this case, or how to mix both tenses. Whenever we use when, it also refers to interruptions, okay? For example, this example, it's another way to show it. And is when I met Susan, she was having a drink with a friend. So maybe, well, the longer action, of course, was the action in progress, past continuous. Then the other action interrupted. In this case, I met Susan. Um, so these are the uses of simple past and past progressive together. Sometimes when can refer to interruptions. And also to identify in an example, sometimes we have long sentences like this one, and we have to identify which part is in one tense and which one is in the other. So this is a very useful way to do it, okay? To identify which is the longer action and which is the shorter action. Okay, let's move to the next one, okay? Next slide. As you can see over here, we have what Alexander mentioned, okay? The short action in past simple often interrupts the longer action in past continuous. That was what Alexander mentioned and what I was trying to explain. Now, can you help me reading this, Alexander, this example?
He was playing soccer when he broke his arm.
Very good. As you see, simple past interrupted the longer action in past continuous. In this opportunity, let me ask the three of you, Anna, Alexander, and Anthony, which action is longer, playing soccer or broke his arm?
Playing soccer.
Playing soccer.
Playing soccer. Maybe we don't have any idea about the time he was playing, but he stopped playing because he broke his arm. So that action interrupted his activity that was in progress in the past. So as you can see, shorter actions interrupt the longer action, okay? Now, can you tell me an example or can you write an example on the chat using these tenses, simple past and past progressive? Let's try to write an example. I will write one, so let me see. Okay, let me see. Okay, I already write my example on the chat. Now, let me see your examples. She was reading a book when the handsome boy hit her with a ball. Remember using both tenses, simple past and past continuous. Okay, that's a good example. I was singing when my boys went away. Okay, that's fine. Okay, well, that's a nice example. And I'm really sorry, okay, because of that situation, even though it's just an example. That's cool.
Yes.
Let's see, Alexander and Anthony, let me see your examples also. Okay, Alexander, Anthony, do you have your examples? Oh, let's see, Anthony has one, Alexander also. He was talking with her mom when his brother called to the door. That's a great example. She was dancing in a party when electricity went out. Okay, great examples, everybody. Thank you for sharing your ideas, sharing some examples of actions that interrupt another one. For example, I was singing when my voice went away. Which action interrupted the first one? Singing or went away? Which interrupt the other?
Went away.
Went away.
Went away. Her voice
Mhm.
went, her voice went away. That's the action that interrupted her singing moment, right? Then he was talking with her mom when his brother called to the door. Which is the action that interrupt?
Call to the door.
Very good. Called to the door. So his brother called to the door. That interrupt their conversation. And the last one, she was dancing in a party when electricity went out. Which one interrupt?
Went out.
Electricity went out.
Very good. Electricity went out. As you can see, the sentence in the part of the sentence in which we use when is the sentence or the part of the sentence that most of the time goes in simple past. And remember, the order can also change. For example, instead of saying she was dancing in a party when electricity went out, we can say when electricity went out, she was dancing in a party. So the order, well, there is no problem with the order of the sentence because they still have the same meaning. The importance of this uh, adverb of time, I could say, the importance of using when show us which is the correct tense for that part of the sentence. Then we have another use, guys. And, well, we use the simple past for completed actions that happened one after the other. In this part, we have some actions that, as you see, were happening one after the other, or in this case, they were happening almost at the same time. Can you read this example, Anna?
Mm. When he arrived, she was having a shower.
Okay, now the parenthesis, please.
The action of having a shower started before he arrived.
Okay, very good. Let me see. Oh, give me a second. Well, as you can see over here, these actions, well, the first one that started was having a shower. Then he arrived. This is also a sequence of events. Sometimes it depends on the longer activity. Remember that the longer activity is always in a past continuous, and then in simple past, we have the short action in a specific moment. So in this case, we have a sequence of events. Do you have any question about the use of simple past and past continuous?
No.
No, I don't have questions.
Okay, Great. So guys, if we don't have questions in this opportunity, if we don't have any question in this opportunity, let's start practicing. It has been a little short, but let's start practicing. As you can see over here, we have some sentences and we have to select only the correct answers, okay? For example, in the first sentence we have, after the conference, that a man, the walls of the building, okay? And we have three options, A, B, and C, okay? Which one is the correct answer, okay? What do you think? A, B, or C?
B.
Okay. Can you read the complete sentence, Anthony?
Yes. After the conference, I saw that a man was painting the walls of the building.
Very good. In this case, Anthony, which one is longer? Which action is longer? Sew or paint?
Paint.
Very good. Was painting is the longer action, so maybe the person needs a lot of time to paint, but to see something or someone, it's really quick. Okay, so that's correct. Okay, thank you. Now, everybody, let's try to complete the next exercises. Number 2. He was so angry that he and, okay, what do you think? In this opportunity, are we using, oh, sorry, what is the correct answer? A, B, or C?
A.
Think letter A. A. Yes.
Letter A, Anna, letter A, Anthony. Alexander, what do you think?
Mm, Letter C.
C. Letter C, okay. Let's see. Well, Alexander, can you read the complete sentence using letter C?
He was so angry that he got up and left.
That he got up and left. That's the correct option. Maybe you are asking why, or you are wondering why, because in this example, we are not using past continuous. Well, in this case, these are, we can say that these are sequence of events. So one after the other, one finished, and then the other start. Okay, so he got up, he needed to stand up, and then he completed the first section and then he started with the next one. That's why in this opportunity we are only using simple past. Okay, guys?
Okay.
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 Okay, yeah, so in this case, remember, when we use both, when we use simple past and past continuous, one action interrupts the other, but in this case, it's not an interruption. In this case, it's a sequence and in an order, because the first one start, then it finished, then the next one started. Okay, let's move to number 3. Let's see what's the correct option. I, the base, while the bookshelf. Okay, what do you think? A, B, or
Uh,
C?
A.
Letter A.
Letter
Yes.
A.
Yes. It's A.
A. Let's see. Can you help me? Let me see. Anna, can you help me reading the example with letter
Okay.
A?
I broke the vase while I was cleaning the bookshelf.
Nice job. Okay, that's the correct answer. But do you remember the use of while with past continuous in both part of the sentence? Do you remember that we use past continuous in both? When we use while? Yes, no?
Mm,
No.
nope.
Okay. I remember when we learn about the past continuous, we use when we use while, we are talking about two parallel actions, two actions that happened or are happening at the same time in the past. In this opportunity, both actions are happening or were happening at the same time in the past. Why broke is the correct option? What do you think? Why the correct option in this opportunity is broke and not was breaking?
Something related with the result.
Because
Not
the
really.
actions is completed or finished, the action finished.
Not really. In this case,
No,
we use a broke because break is not very common that we use break in ing. Or have you ever seen that verb in ing form?
No.
Okay. So as you can see, everybody, that's why we are not using was breaking, because breaking is not a common verb in ing form. Okay,
Breaking
so
Bad.
it's breaking bad, but in that case, breaking doesn't have like the meaning of a verb, or the meaning of that word is not a verb. When talking about verbs, it's not common to use breaking. Okay, however, we can use it in other contexts, like on the name of this in the name of that series. Okay, that's why I broke the vase while at the same time both actions happen at the same time. I broke the vase while I was cleaning the bookshelf. Okay, well done. Now everybody, let's move to number 4. Okay, what is the correct answer? As soon as we walked into the room, we, a noise, someone, my computer. A, B, or C?
Letter C.
Okay, Alexander, letter C. And Anthony, what do you think?
Letter A.
Letter A. Okay. And Anna?
letter C.
Letter C. Okay. Okay, nice job. Alexander, can you help me reading a sentence number 4 with the answer letter C?
As soon as we walked into the room, we heard a noise. Someone was using my computer.
Very good. Okay, that's the correct answer in this case. So we heard a noise. Someone was using my computer. Okay. Thank you for your answer, Anna and Alexander. It was great. Anthony, well, also your sentence was a good effort, but the correct option is letter C. Let's see the last one. Number 5. The bus in which the football team had an accident, but nobody. Okay. What do you think? A, B, or C?
A.
A.
Letter A for me too.
Letter A, letter A. Everybody says letter A, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Question, is the football team singular or plural?
Plural.
Plural.
How many football teams are there?
One.
One.
The
So
team
is
is
it,
one. Oh my God.
aha,
Little B.
it's letter B, okay?
Little
Very
B.
good. Letter B is the correct option. The bus in which the football team traveled had an accident, but nobody died, okay? Almost the same as example number 3, guys. These verbs are not very common to be used in ing form. That's why traveled and died are the correct options, okay? Actually, died is not a verb we can use like in progress, guys. It's not an action that is happening, that is in progress, or what or was in progress, or someone died, or someone is not still is still alive, but that action can't be in progress. And then traveling, that's possible, but because of the context, I think we can't, or we are not going to use we're traveling. Okay. Now, everybody, well done. It was a nice practice related to the past simple and past continuous. Right now, we are going to move, give me a second. Right now, we are going to move to our next exercise. In this opportunity, everybody, again, let me see, fill in the gaps with the correct past continuous and past simple forms of the verbs in brackets. As you can see, this is, well, it's a little bit longer than the other sentences, but now we have to complete this paragraph using the correct form of the past continuous or the past simple. For example, we have these first these first two parts of the sentence. Okay, this is one sentence divided into parts. When I at the station, Raymond for me. What are the first two blank spaces? What are the correct words? For example, arrive. Is it in simple past or in past continuous?
Simple
Simple
past.
past.
Full pass.
Is simple past. Okay, when I arrive, oops, let me change the
Right.
color. Okay, when I arrived, okay, at the station, Raymond
Was waiting
Was waiting.
was waiting. How did you know that it was past continuous? Why is it past continuous in number 2?
Mm. Because the action is where in progress.
The action was
In this moment. In this moment.
in past, remember, in past. In this moment, no,
In
in
that
past.
moment. In that moment.
Yeah,
Sorry.
in that moment, okay? That action was in progress. Yes, that's a good point. Any other reason why you think it was past continuous and not simple past?
We had a short
because
action.
yes, it's the long action.
Okay, much better. That's good, okay? The first action is short. The second action is long, okay? Because waiting for someone, maybe we don't have any idea about the time Raymond was waiting, but it was longer than arriving to a place. So when you arrived, so it takes around, I don't know, like a minute, the longest, okay, to arrive to one place, okay? When you leave the bus or leave the train or leave the airplane, so it won't take you that long, okay? But waiting, it could be something uh, longer. Now we already have, give me a second, what happened? Okay, we already have the first two parts of these sentences. Right now we will go one by one, completing the paragraph. After that, we check if they are correct or not, and after that we read the complete paragraph. Okay, let's see the first one. Well, number 3. Anna, can you tell me what is the correct sentence? Number 3.
He wore a nice black suit.
He wore, right?
Mhm.
Okay, he wore a nice black suit. Okay, can you continue, Alexander, with number 4?
He was holding a red rose in his right hand.
He was holding a rose in his right hand. Okay, thank you. Continue, Anthony, number 5.
When I get off the train,
Okay, when I got off, remember got in past.
get off.
When I got off the train, now the three of you, Anna, Alexander, and Anthony. Is it
He
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 ran
was run.
or he
he
was
was
running?
running.
He
He was
ran.
running.
Okay. He ran or he was running?
He ran up
He
to
ran
me.
up. Okay. Alexander and Anthony?
Run up.
He
He
ran
ran
up.
up.
Yes.
Run up.
Okay, let's see. He ran. Oops. He ran up to me and
Kiss.
what?
Kiss
And
me.
kissed me or was kissing me?
Kissed.
Kiss.
Kiss. Simple past.
Kissed me. He kissed and kissed me passionately. Okay. It sounds like a great story. Continue. Okay. Let's see. Number 8. Anthony, what do you think is the correct option? The verb is rain.
When it's was raining,
It was raining heavily. Okay. It was raining. Okay, pretty good. It was raining heavily. So he, Alexander?
Took off his jacket.
Okay, pretty good. He took off his jacket and Anna?
I'm not sure it's put. I think put. He puts. He put.
And put it over my head. Okay, that's right. Remember that the past, well, base,
It's the same.
past, and past participle is the same. Put, and put. Okay, so, and put it over my head. What is the correct
Raymond.
option? I told or I was telling?
I told
told.
Raymond.
I told Raymond, myself, thank you. I told Raymond to go to a cafe so that we could talk. So he, what do you
Instead.
think?
Insist.
Insisted
Insist.
or was insisting?
No.
He insisted,
Passive.
like that, on going to another place. Well done, okay? That's correct, insisted on going. Okay, now we have another, the last, let's see, 6 verbs, around 7 verbs. Okay, let's check together. While he, Anna,
Was driving.
while he was driving, okay, I was driving. Next one, Alexander.
Simple past of throw is strike.
Through.
Through.
So I
threw.
threw.
3.
I look at him. That's fine, okay? Next one, Anthony.
Smiled.
He smiled. Very good. He smiled. But he also, and Alexander and Anthony, he also looked or he was looking.
Looked.
Look.
He looked. Very good. Okay, he looked. Very good job. Okay, now everybody, the last part. He finally, Alexander.
Stopped.
Okay, stopped. Oh, oops. He finally stopped his car on the top of a hill with fantastic views. It was so Wonderful. Anthony?
Got out. Got out.
We got out of the car. Thank you. We got out of the car. And Anna, next one.
Okay. And he kneeled, simple past, in front of me.
Okay. He kneeled in front of me and take, sorry, and took or was taking.
Look.
Took.
And took, nice job, a ring out of his pocket. Caddy, will you? He said, listen, Raymond, I want to break up with you. I interrupted. Oh, okay. That was an amazing story. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
With a tragical finish.
Yeah, that was something, I don't know. I
It
didn't
was sad.
expect, we didn't expect it, right? I'm really sorry, guys. I made a mistake in this verb. The correct form is kneeled. At the end, it's the same pronunciation,
Okay.
but the spelling, the correct spelling is with letter
Yeah.
T at the end, not letter ED, even though it looks like a regular verb. Okay, in this opportunity, you have 1.5 minutes to, well, read all the paragraph on your own, and then, okay, practice pronunciation. Check if all the verbs are correct, okay? Please check if
Teacher,
all of them are correct. If you think that we can change any of this, we can discuss about it. Yes, Alexander?
Ned, only one E. Ned.
Oh, this one, right?
Yep.
Thank you, okay, for the correction. Okay, so I was having some troubles with that verb, okay? It's not very common. Do you know what is the meaning of this verb?
Arrodilló? No.
Yes. Yeah, well, in past, that's the correct translation. The base form, okay, in that case is, of course, arrodillarse, right? So to put one of your knees on the ground. Well, now,
And it's common.
yeah, it's not very common, right? But
No.
we know the we know, or we can identify what was the situation that Raymond wanted to propose, even though, well, the girl wasn't in the same feeling. Okay, guys, right now, 1.5 minutes to read all the paragraph and tell me if there is any mistake or everything is correct. Go ahead.
To me, number 3 is he was wearing a nice black suit.
Okay, that's a good correction. And of course, oops, he was wearing. In this case, so we are describing the setting by that moment, okay? So we are describing the boy, the man, okay? We are describing Raymond. So we can describe it by using was wearing, okay?
But in Spanish could be él vestía? No.
Yes.
So for me is he wore? No. Or it's incorrect.
Actually, the correct option is was wearing. Remember that,
Okay.
for example, when we use the verb wear in present, it's more common that we use it in present continuous because we are describing the
Okay.
clothes we are putting on in a specific moment. And it's the same for this situation in past continuous, right? We are describing his clothes on that moment, okay? On that specific moment. It's not, for example, that it is something habitual for them. Okay, for example, if we use the verb wear in present, in simple present, we are describing something that we, for example, something that we usually wear. When I am at school, I always wear my uniform. That is a habit or a repeated action because, well, I have to do it, right? If I were at school, I am not at school, of course, but if I were at school, I wear my uniform every day. Okay, then in this case we are describing the clothes in a specific moment. That's why
Okay.
that's the correct
Okay, thank you.
form. You're welcome. Okay, no more corrections, everybody. Oops, sorry. No more corrections, everybody.
In number 4, I don't know, is was holding or he held. Is it correct? A
In
red
this,
rose is the same as the word. The word
okay, yeah,
was
remember
wearing
that,
is the same was wearing and was holding. Okay, okay.
yes, because they were parallel actions. They were happening at the
Mm-hmm.
same time. So he was wearing
Okay.
some clothes at the moment, and also at the same time, he was also holding the rose. Okay, no more
Okay.
corrections, everybody. I think it is correct. I think all the verbs are in the correct form. That was maybe the main correction we had to do. He was wearing. So right now, I would like to hear your pronunciation. So, oops, sorry. I would like to hear your pronunciation on this reading. Okay, to start with this story, I would like to hear Anthony. He's going to start with this story. Okay, Anthony, you read since the beginning of the paragraph and you finish in the word passionately. Go ahead.
Okay. When I arrived at the station, Raymond was waiting for me. He was wearing a nice black suit and he was holding a red rose in his right hand. When I got off the train, he ran up to me and kissed me passionately.
Nice, okay. Good pronunciation. And that was a good fluency, okay? Great pace. Continue with this reading, please. Anna, okay? You continue in number 8, it was. And you finish in, let me see. Okay, you will finish in nervous, okay?
Okay. It was raining heavily, so he took off his jacket and put it over my head. I told Raymond to go to a cafe so that we could talk, but he insisted on going to another place. While he was driving through, I looked at him. He smiled, but he also looked nervous.
Thank you. He also looked, right? Very good. Thank you for your fluency. It was also a nice practice. And well, Alexander, you are going to help me with the last part of this story. Okay, we already read it, but it will be interesting to hear all of you. Okay, so he finally, go ahead, Alexander.
He finally stopped his car on the top of a hill with a fantastic views. It was so wonderful. We got off of the car and he knelt in front of me and took a ring out of his pocket. Cathy, will you? He said. Listen, Raymond, I want to break up with you. I interrupt.
Okay, she went straight to the point. Okay, well, everybody, thank you for reading. Thank you for your pronunciation, Alexander. It was also nice. Um, And well, as you can see, it was a story, okay? Of course, we are using past tenses. Remember that whenever we refer to events or memories we have, we use the simple past like this, okay? Also, to refer to some specific settings in the moment to describe something that was in progress in the past or in that moment, okay, we can also use the past continuous tense. There are more uses that maybe we didn't focus too much in the class, but you can find them on the Speak platform. If you go to activity, let me see, which is the correct, which is the activity? I don't remember. Okay, but if you go to, let me see, I have it over here. If you go to activity 4.1.6, you will find more uses of past continuous and past, of simple past and past continuous, I'm sorry, okay? So you can go there, go to that activity and check more of the uses of these tense, these tenses, okay? Guys, just before we go, I hope you enjoy the class and you would also understand all the things we shared about this topic. I would like to share with you what is our homework. As you know, guys, today we are studying Unit 4. It means, everybody, we have to continue with activities of Unit 4. The first activity, 4.0, remember, it's the description of this unit, the topics we are going to study, and the objectives of this unit. And then we have some grammar topics, some grammar videos and activities to practice or to check on the use of past continuous and simple past. Okay, guys?
Okay.
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 Okay. So, guys, thank you for joining the class. I hope we can continue tomorrow sharing more information and also learning even more about the English grammar and practicing our English skills. Okay? Have a good
Okay.
night, everybody, and let's continue practicing, please. Okay?
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
Okay.
much. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Good night, everybody.